Good day, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today I'll be demonstrating one movement right now. There are seven to eight kettlebell movements. The first one is called the kettlebell swing. I am the instructor, Moahi Tabadira, and this is my client, Patrick. So first up, when we start the movement, we place our feet shoulder width apart, right? Then we push our hips back and we hinge. Brace your core, right? Then you reach for the kettlebell, put a foot in front of you, right? Try not to bend your back, try and keep it a bit straight. So like this. So, and then you bring down with your knees slightly, then you reach for the kettlebell, then you swing it back, and your wrist should slightly touch your thighs on the inside, right? And then you shoot it up with your hips. Right, and then you stand straight. So down, through, and shoot up till shoulder level. Right, let's go. Down, in, shoot up, then back down. Okay. Alright, this next movement is called the kettlebell snatch. This can be a little bit difficult, but we'll break it down just so that the movement is done correctly. So feet shoulder width apart, pointed at a 45 degree angle. Push the hips back and hinge. Brace the core a little bit. Right, keep your back straight. The kettlebell should be about a foot in front of you. Then you reach. You'll extend your arm with your thumb out to the side. You bring it in between your heels. Break it up. You bring your forearm out. And you bring it up. You bring it up to your side. And then you snap out. Alright, so bring it back down. So now we'll do this. So now I'll be demonstrating this movement in fast motion. So I'm out, in, and snap up. Right. So in, out, to the side, and snap out. Okay. So this next kettlebell movement is called the clean. It is very simple and it is quite similar to the snatch without one of the later steps where you use the pull punch method to rack up the kettlebell overhead, right? So the legs will be shoulder width apart, with the toes pointed outward, with the kettlebell about a foot away from you. Push your hips back, right? Bend the knees slightly. Reach for the kettlebell with your thumb to the side. Bringing your thumb, as you bring it in, bring your thumb towards your heels. And use momentum, bring it in as high as you can. And you bring it up. You rotate your forearm without flinging it to bring the kettlebell right onto your forearm, right in the midline, just above your sternum. Right. Let's try it again. So reach, in, up, rack. Again. Reach, in, out, rack. Okay, the next movement that I will be demonstrating and explaining to my client will be the Turkish get-up. This can be a complicated movement, but I'll try to simplify it as best as I can. So the first part is to go into the fetal position, right? So the first part is to go into a supine position. Then go onto the side with the kettlebell right in front of your chest, with your dominant hand as the underarm and your weak hand on top. Then roll over to your chest with the leg that is on the same side as the kettlebell bent, while on the opposite side is straight. Then you will bring around the kettlebell and keep your eyes on the bottom part of it. Then you will put the opposite hand straight to support you. Bring up your upper back, move to your elbow, straighten out your arm, lift up your hip, bring, without sliding or dragging, bring the opposite leg behind you to your knee. Use your arm for support and stand up, right, while keeping your eyes on the bottom of the kettlebell. Then you will go to your knee again, then use your arm for support without dragging again. Bring your legs straight, drop your hips, straighten the arm, go to the elbow, then flat, then lower your back, then place the kettlebell on your chest, then bring it back to your side once again. That's it. Okay, I'll be taking my client through the Turkish get up, right? So please lie on your side in the fetal position. Alright. Okay, bend your knees slightly, then bring the kettlebell right to your chest, right next to your chest. Then you will roll over to your back, right? Then put the kettlebell on top of your chest. Then with your dominant arm, put your arm underneath so that you lift it up so that you're looking directly at the bottom of the kettlebell. Put the opposite arm to your side straight, right? While your palm is facing the floor. Yes, so that you can have it for support. Lift up the kettlebell and keep your eye on the bottom of the kettlebell throughout the entire movement and keep your elbow extended, right? So now, the first part will be to straighten your left leg, right? Now to lift up your upper back, right? Then to your elbow, then to your forearm, straighten out the arm, right? Then you will have to straighten out the arm completely. Then lift up your hips supporting with this leg and your arm. Lift up your hip. Then you have to try and bring your leg behind. You have to try and bring this leg behind this one without dragging it to your knee, using your knee to support you here, right? Then turn this way. Now you have to try and get out. So try and bring your arm this way, the supporting arm this way, to make it easier to come to your knee. Further this way, with this leg, and then into an upright position so you can stand up. Yes. Then once you're in this position, to drop back down, you have to go to your knee, to the same knee, the left knee. You have to go down to your knee position, so yeah. Then you have to use your other hand for support. Straighten out your other leg without dragging it. This one, your left leg, without trying to drag it, right? Then drop your hips. Then straighten out your arm. Then go back down slowly. Then go back down further while looking at the kettlebell, don't forget. Then you drop it down to your chest. Then you turn back to your side into the fetal position while dropping the leg as well. Then return to your side. So the next kettlebell movement will be the windmill, right? So I'll be explaining it to my participant while doing it, and he'll just be following me, right? The first part is to have your feet at a 45-degree angle facing to the left, right? Then you pick up the kettlebell, place it right next to your ear, straight up, looking at it, right? Place your left hand on the inside of your thigh, then slightly bend your left leg, and then at the knee, right? You're looking at the kettlebell. Go down, lean, while sliding your hand. Then go back up slowly, and that's it. So the next movement is the goblet squat. It is very similar to the deep squat. So first up, feet up slightly wider than shoulder width. Right? Grab the kettlebell by the horns. Up. We'll be holding it like this. Right? Keep it close to your chest. Then bring your elbows together. They shouldn't touch. Then you go down into the squat as far as you can. And you come back up. Ensure that your knees are facing in the same direction as your toes when you squat. Go down as low as you can. And come back up. Okay. Action. So the next exercise I will be showing to my participant here will be the front squat. Right? So the first part is to have your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Right? Slightly wider. Okay. And then we're going to pick up the kettlebells. Right? So we're going to put them in the right position. So up. Then you rotate your forearms. Then you place it here, right above your forearm. Then you put your hands together with your fingers here. Then you slightly lift your elbows up. Okay. Then we're going to squat as far down as we can, down. And then our elbows are going to touch our knees slightly. And we're going to go back up. Again. That's it. Okay, so the next movement I'm going to be demonstrating to my participant here will be the push press, which is the last movement. Now the push press, we're going to have a feet shoulder width apart, not more, right? Then we're going to pick up the kettlebell so we can put it in the right position. So with your hand facing this way, we're going to bring it up, rotate our forearm, rotate our arm, bring it around to the side, then bring it close in, and align our thumb to the sternum, and it should be in the right position. And from here, we're going to do the push press. So from here, what we need to do is bend our knees slightly, and with the bend in our knees, we're going to drive the kettlebell up using our knee with our knees, right? We're going to shoot it up, hold onto the handle properly, right? Then shoot up. Yes, like that. Right. Again. So from the right position, down with your knees slightly, and shoot up.